From a figure that started Marvel Legends to a figure that might still be the best Spider-Man action figure ever. Hey all, welcome back to Prime Collector, the best place for Marvel Legends history and comic books. As you can see, my awesome displays are here, but over here is my Spider-Verse display, and I got tons of awesome characters all around the entire display. But the one that I love the most has to be the 2001 Spider-Man Classics figure. So here he is in hand. This was a $6 to $7 figure. No 6-7 reference, it actually was. And he was, back in, 2001, 2002. I think it's 2001 this figure released. They kind of like, I don't know, I always get 2001, 2002 mixed up. 2001, 2002. But, this figure is so fun to just fiddle with. And the thing that shocks me the most is the new Maximum Series Spider-Man is bad. I think it has a good sculpt. I don't have the figure. Guys, you guys don't know me. I watch so many toy videos, so I can just tell you, without even having the figure pretty much, that it's not the best figure. And the fact that today they can design these things on a computer, so it is so much easier. Back then, you can just tell. You can't really tell. It's kind of like a mixed thing. You can kind of see the hue. You kind of see that this thing was not sculpted by a computer, and in a good way, not in a bad way that it looks bad. Oh, I just love this face. The new McFarlane eyes on the Maximum. These eyes are better. And how? It's 20 years ago, so over 20 years ago. And the one thing that does suck, and it's a big deal, the arms cannot go across. Now, they do have this hinge back here, so they'll go a little bit, which I haven't actually never really seen before, but not enough to make this, a Spider-Man that I do want my Spideys to have, right here. Just to say this, I want his arm over here more. But it's not a huge deal. You can easily find some awesome poses without having to have that. Head goes up a lot. Most new Marvel Legends don't have that. And, this figure has more articulation than a new Marvel Legends. I don't know exactly how I feel about these toe joints. It's not a big deal that the new ones don't have it, in my opinion, because it kind of looks weird. But, anyway. The one problem is this figure is his legs are so loose, and it's my figure. It's not no 0% blame to them for this, but it does not want to stand very well. I can't see his face because my camera's thing is not holding all the way, but look, you would think that would be able to stand, but just no. It's just not. It's 23 or something around that years go by, and it doesn't stand, but it's not the big deal because I use flight stands on my display, so it looks fine either way. But this body was one of the things I appreciate so much about back then. There are figures that this body works with, like the Human Torch. This is a good body and works with the figure. But in these days, we're taking bodies off of Spider-Man and putting it on Captain America. I actually don't know about him, but we're not using the body sculpt the way it should be used. I'm fine with them using this body sculpt on Human Torch because they're both younger heroes. Spidey's about, 16, and Torch is about, 23. Still has a similar body type. But today, we're just using the same body type on all of these figures, and I don't know. One of the things that was insane to me, the Pizza Spider-Man body was used on Vulture, who is an old man. A 15-year-old body versus a 60-year-old, it's just crap, in my opinion. I don't have that figure. It's like $70 figure, but still, we're just not using these bodies the way we should be, and I think that Hasbro really needs to notice that. And one of the reasons I really wanted to make this video on why this might be the best Spider-Man ever action figure is because with the new Battle Ravaged Spider-Man, that figure is breaking everywhere. I've seen it on what have I seen it on? I've seen it on YouTube, Instagram. I've seen it everywhere. People, the hinge right here, it's different on the new one, but it's just snapping off. And I think that, yeah, it's probably a factory thing and probably not Marvel Legends, but Gosh, I really gotta get on that. Considering that this is a $7 figure back then, now it's going for about $20. I would recommend, if you have this figure, I would actually rather get another one of him than the Battle Ravage. And I actually don't know about that. I think I'd rather have the Battle Ravage because I don't have it yet. But, I honestly really recommend, if you don't have this figure, go pick it up. You can find it at comic book stores. It's pretty popular figures still today. And that's not the only reason I want to make this video. I also wanted to make the video because the Maximum is kind of crap. And I know that's not too new. It was about a couple months ago. I don't know how many months ago. Maybe like 7 or something. Could be wrong. But that figure is also not the best. And yeah, just really, come on Hasbro, really need to get on it. But I do have a couple more figures. Let me just show you a comparison. This is just the difference in Toy Biz. This figure was a 2003 figure, okay? Good body. 1 year later, wait, no, not 2003, 2001. 2 years later, I meant, this is 2003. What happened? This thing sucks. And I mean that in every way possible. The legs are okay, but oh, this looks so bad. These shoulders don't look like they connect good enough. I don't know about that body for Reed. It doesn't even fit in. And then, just look how bad it looks. It looks crap. And then the head is so flat. You can really tell the difference. This is what we had a year before, and then this is what we had the next year. Oh, it's so bad. It's so bad. This line really started to fall off a cliff. We got some good ones and bad ones, and this is one of the worst figures. I don't want to touch that. I'll get that out. But another thing I have to compare. This is a 2023 Captain America. I think it's 2023, 2024. Can we compare him to Spider-Man? 1 second. Why did these figures actually fit in? It is so insane. There are definitely differences, but you could put these two on a shelf and they would look better. They would look better. They would look good, They would look pretty much as good as if you pulled a new Spider-Man. I don't know, Captain America and Spider-Man, they can definitely go on some shelves, not a lot. But it's not the point if it fits in, the character. It's the figure. And these figures definitely work. And they're 20 years apart. And it's remarkable. It really goes to show that this Spider-Man figure is so ahead of its time. You'd think that 2 years later, we'd have another Toy Biz figure that would fit in with this better. But boy, is that wrong. These figures look trash together. And, it's so bad. I think this is actually, is that a mold? Or is that, please tell me that's not mold. Even though this figure sucks, and I might as well just throw it away. That's mold on this figure. Holy, this is, oh gosh. But it's so insane to me that we really had an incredible Spider-Man figure in the early 2000s that might just be the best Spider-Man figure ever. We've definitely got some better body sculpts. I think we've got the pizza Spidey body is pretty good, but not a figure that has better eyes, better spider, and just all around. This might be the best Spider-Man figure of all time. And one quick little thing. I might have already said this before in this video. I actually kind of forgot, but shout out to Carbon Scoring, who's an awesome YouTuber, for making a video very similar. I'm making this video a little way different, but not too much different. His video is titled "Why This Is the Most Important Spider-Man Figure in History," and boy, is it true. I'm going to say right now. This is basically what I'm basically going to say what he said to just tell you in case you haven't seen the video. But yes, this figure, I think it was Jesse Falcon who created this figure, and he was looking off. It wasn't a G.I. Joe. It was some Army Hot Toys. Not Hot Toys. Why do I keep saying these things? A super articulated figure that had a cloth costume over it. And he thought, you know what? Why not just, get that down by 6 inches, make it a 6-inch figure instead of 12-inch, and make it into a Marvel Legends. And he did it, and it works so good. And is it true that we wouldn't have you if we didn't have you? It's not. There's no actual proof. Who knows? Maybe this one I'm not caught on either way, but it's a great video. Go look up the most important Marvel Legends ever, or maybe it's the most important figure ever. I don't know, but it's not too new. It's like a year ago. So this video, I'm not trying to copy him. This video is way different. I'm saying why this is the best Spider-Man figure. His is why it's most important. So yeah, and this figure, as I've said a billion times, it's one of my favorite Spider-Man figures ever. And let me know what you guys think in the comments. And for the best Marvel Legends history and comic books, subscribe to Prime Collector.